Yogurt is a reliable and healthy way to satisfy your gut and your appetite, except when it's filled with a bunch of nutritional no-nos. Greek yogurt is by far one of the healthiest and most delicious varieties of yogurt around. It contains high levels of protein and live bacteria, and it's frequently available in low-fat versions. But flavored Greek yogurts are a different story, and the Greek gods really dropped the ball with its honey-flavored offering. It contains 23 grams of sugar in each serving, with 15 of those coming from added sugar. This provides 30% of your daily value of added sugars in a small 2/3 cup serving size. The sugar in this yogurt is listed as coming from cane sugar, but that has exactly the same molecular structure as granulated sugar. Thus, it has all of the same negative health impacts as regular white sugar, including an adverse impact on blood pressure and an increased risk to your cardiovascular health. Stonyfield's Organic Chocolate Underground Non-Fat Yogurt Cups are a good example of where non-fat yogurt can go oh so wrong. Stonyfield uses a large amount of added sugar to add flavor to their cups, with 13 grams per 150-gram tub. That's roughly 26% of the daily value for added sugars. This means that Stonyfield is essentially adding back the calories that are reduced from it being a non-fat yogurt. In general, choosing a non-fat yogurt may not always be the smartest move. For one thing, our bodies actually need a certain amount of fats to function optimally to process certain vitamins. And it also gives yogurt an extra creamy, luxurious texture and a smoother, mellower flavor. On the other hand, you should also make sure you don't choose a full-fat version with loads of added sugars. So Delicious does its yogurts a little differently. With its range of yogurt alternatives made from coconut milk, the company proves that you don't always have to rely on dairy. But that doesn't necessarily make for a satisfying nutritional profile. The brand's vanilla coconut milk yogurt, for example, contains a huge amount of added sugar, as well as a high amount of saturated fat. Each tub provides 3.5 grams of saturated fat, nearly a fifth of the maximum amount you should have in one day. But what really sets So Delicious apart is its total lack of protein. While coconut milk does contain a small amount of naturally occurring protein, it sadly doesn't offer as much as cow's milk. And unfortunately, none of it makes its way into this yogurt. This is troublesome, as the protein in regular yogurt doesn't just help to fill you up. It also delivers important nutrients that help your body repair itself and build muscle.
You may not believe me later.
It's hardly a surprise that Walmart, the king of all supermarkets, offers a range of affordable yogurts in its Great Value line. But you definitely get what you pay for here. The Great Value Original Strawberry Low-Fat Yogurt, for example, is full of added sugar, as each container has almost a third of your daily value, with 16 grams of added sugar per 170 grams. It also has a lengthy list of hard-to-pronounce additives. One of those additives, carrageenan, has been subject to a great deal of discussion about its potential adverse health effects. And then there's gelatin, which is made from processed animal parts, thus making this yogurt unsuitable for vegetarians and vegans. There's no denying that YoCrunch yogurts are tons of fun. Each one comes with its own topping cup, which can be sprinkled onto the yogurt, which really makes the snacking experience something to look forward to. But all that joy comes at a cost. The brand's Oreo flavor, for example, contains 21 grams of sugar per serving when you factor in the toppings, with 11 of those being added. There are also just 5 grams of protein in each yogurt pod, and no fiber anywhere to be seen. The added sugar content is especially troublesome, considering that YoCrunch is quite clearly marketed towards kids. Everyone knows that giving little ones excess sugar leads to some serious up and down emotions. And it can also lead to serious health issues like metabolic disease, high blood pressure, and type 2 diabetes. Ideally, children under 18 shouldn't eat more than 25 grams of added sugar per day, and this yogurt supplies almost half of that.
YoCrunch, we come in fun.
YoGurt's products have some benefits going for them. They contain probiotics, they're flavored with natural additives, and they're reasonably priced. But they also have some serious downsides, like high sugar content. As Sharon COYO, a registered dietitian and certified dietitian nutritionist, told Eat This, Not That, Terribly high in added sugars and low in protein, La yogurt carries some of the highest amounts of added sugars across its flavors. La yogurt's blended mango flavor is particularly abundant in this pitfall, with 18 grams of added sugar in every 170 grams serving size. That's well over a third of your daily value. That amount of sugar is especially troublesome as a proportion of it appears to come from fructose, which has been found to have a negative impact on the liver in high quantities. Dannon has been around since 1942, and over the decades, it's become many people's go-to yogurt. With understated branding that puts vibrant images of fresh fruit front and center, Dannon really seems to be the picture of health. But alas, like so many other popular yogurt brands, Dannon's products are incredibly high in sugar. For example, a 150-gram container of its strawberry flavor includes 21 grams of sugar, 15 of which are added. Each pot also provides only 5 grams of protein, which isn't exactly particularly high. For comparison's sake, 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt offers 19 grams of protein. There are also quite a few additives in Dannon's fruit on the bottom line that you might want to avoid. The strawberry variety contains gelatin, modified food starch, carrageenan, and disodium phosphate. That last one is a common additive frequently found in processed food. While it's generally regarded as safe, research has indicated the potential risks associated with phosphate additive consumption, most notably a strain on the kidneys and a higher risk of chronic kidney disease. Yogurt can be an excellent replacement for cream in a dessert, thanks to its smoothness and neutral dairy flavor. But whether a yogurt-based dessert is healthy or not depends largely on what else is added to it. This is where the mega-popular brand Yoplait goes wrong. Some of its dessert-like flavors, like its whips line, are absolutely crammed with sugar. The cherry cheesecake contains 18 grams of added sugar in each tub, which is over a third of the recommended daily value, and 22 grams of sugar overall. This is particularly notable as Yoplait whips seems to have the appearance of healthiness, with a light texture and the words low fat displayed prominently on the packaging. However, they contain a rather surprising amount of saturated fat, with 1.5 grams per serving, which is roughly 8% of the daily recommended amount. And the serving size for each of these yogurts is pretty small. While most yogurt containers weigh in at 170 grams, each whips tub is just 4 ounces, meaning you're getting a pretty large amount of sugar and calories relative to the size.
That's too much, man!
Switching to a plant-based diet can come with a host of health benefits, but not all plant-based products are equally nutritious, as COYO yogurts make clear. The Australian company was founded with a mission to offer dairy-free dessert alternatives to individuals who can't consume it due to allergies or intolerances. Unfortunately, though, its yogurt alternative products are bafflingly high in saturated fat. In just one 170-gram serving of COYO's mixed berry, there are 31 grams of saturated fat, which is about 155% of the maximum amount you should be eating in one day. Saturated fats make up the vast majority of its fat content, which is 33 grams in total. It also contains barely any protein, just 3 grams per serving. It also has 10 grams of carbs and 8 grams of sugar per 170 grams, which might make it tricky to eat as part of a keto diet. Ultimately, it's crucial to remember that just because something is plant-based, it doesn't automatically mean that it's healthier. The saturated fat content in COYO is way higher than the dairy-based options out there, and eating large amounts of saturated fat regularly could cause a rise in your cholesterol levels. Noosa prides itself on the taste of its products, and it's been churning out yogurt that contains real fruit and big flavor. But all that flavor has to come from somewhere, and sadly, a lot of it comes from sugar. Noosa's raspberry variety contains 17 grams of added sugar in its 8-ounce tubs, approximately 34% of the daily value. And that's just the added sugar, as each tub features a whopping 30 grams of sugar in total. The raspberry also contains a hefty amount of saturated fats. With 7 grams in every tub, that delivers 35% of the maximum suggested amount every day. All of this adds up to a snack that's pretty high in calories, at a count of 260 per 8 ounces. This amount could take up a fairly large proportion of your daily allowance, with much of it coming from sugar and fat. Trader Joe's has a knack for making its products look visually appealing, and its yogurt cups are no exception. Its peaches and cream and mango and cream varieties are both a vision, with bright fruit-themed packaging and gentle pastel colors. Their nutritional info is less attractive, however. Every one of these yogurt cups delivers a wallop of 13 grams of added sugar. That's over a quarter of the amount of added sugars you should be having per day. And bear in mind that this is in a small serving size, with every pot weighing in at just 113 grams. TJ's yogurt is also high in saturated fat, to the tune of 3.5 grams, around 18% of the suggested daily allowance. There are also only 4 grams of protein per serving. And unlike other yogurt products on the market, they don't appear to be fortified, and they're also somewhat lacking in vitamins and minerals. Plus, TJ's uses several additional ingredients to increase its yogurt smoothness, with modified cornstarch, whey protein concentrate, and gelatin included in every tub. Almond milk has a lot going for it nutritionally. As a low-calorie dairy alternative, it's low in sugar when unsweetened, and it's usually fortified with extra nutrients. However, the plant-based food company Silk drops the ball with its almond milk yogurts, which are high in sugar and low in protein. The dark chocolate coconut, for one, has 16 grams of sugar, all of which are added, and there are only 5 grams of protein in each serving. Silk does at least offer some benefits that you might not see in other plant-based yogurt alternatives. It has 3 grams of fiber in every cup, and its ingredients list is both short and composed of recognizable ingredients. And like regular almond milk, it contains added vitamin D and calcium. That added sugar content might be enough to make you think twice, though. El Mexicano is a modern-day success story. Starting in 1981 as a small-scale outfit, it's since become a regular fixture in the Hispanic community in the United States, as it boasts a wide range of dairy-based products. This includes its line of yogurt drinks, El Mexicano Saborico, each of which is made with real fruit and contains probiotics. Alas, they also contain a lot of sugar. Each serving of the strawberry, for example, has 20 grams of added sugar in a small 207 milliliter bottle. There are also 4 grams of saturated fat in each small serving. There are several other ingredients that should also give you pause about this brand, as well as the rather vague-sounding artificial flavors in each bottle. There are the food colorings Red 40 and Blue 1. Both of these have the potential to prompt an allergic reaction in some individuals. Red 40 has also endured a lot of scrutiny due to its connection with hyperactivity in young children.